If you wanted to steal $121 million from the smartest tech giants on the planet, you'd probably need an army of elite hackers, right? Wrong. What if I told you all it took was Microsoft Word, a fake email address, and a whole lot of audacity? In 2013, one ordinary guy from Lithuania pulled off the most embarrassing heist in Silicon Valley history. He didn't write a single line of malicious code. He didn't bypass any firewalls. He just politely asked Google and Facebook for a mountain of cash. And the crazy part? They actually paid him. Let's dive into the dumbest, most brilliant scam of the century. Hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Meet Quanta Computer. They are a massive hardware manufacturer based in Taiwan. If a tech giant like Google or Facebook needs thousands of new servers, Quanta builds them. Now, meet Evaldas Rimasauskas. He knew that these tech titans were doing billions of dollars in business with Quanta. So, he came up with a plan so incredibly simple, it's almost offensive. He went to Latvia and legally registered a new company. He called it Quanta Computer. Yes, the exact same name. Next, he forged a bunch of corporate stamps, fake contracts, and letters from top executives. Then, the phishing began. He started emailing the accounting departments of Google and Facebook, pretending to be their trusted supplier. The emails basically said, "Hey guys, we recently changed our bank accounts. Please send our multi-million-dollar payments to this new bank in Eastern Europe instead of Asia." You would think multi-billion-dollar corporations would have strict security protocols. A quick phone call? A basic background check? Nope. The accountants were so swamped with paperwork, and the supplier's name matched the system, so they just blindly hit approved. The floodgates were now officially open. But Evaldas didn't just ask for $121 million all at once. That would trigger alarms. Instead, he bled them slowly, week after week, month after month. Picture this. A guy wakes up in his apartment in Eastern Europe, brews a cup of coffee, opens his laptop, and casually types up a fake invoice for $5 million. He hits send, and somewhere in California, a tired executive clicks approve without even blinking. For 2 whole years, from 2013 to 2015, Google and Facebook transferred a combined total of $121 million straight into Evaldas's fake bank accounts. But getting the money is only step one. Keeping it is the hard part. Evaldas knew that if that much cash sat in a Latvian bank, the authorities would freeze it instantly. So, he built a financial labyrinth. As soon as the Silicon Valley millions hit his account, he immediately scattered the money to the wind. He forged more documents, set up dozens of shell companies, and wired the stolen funds across borders. Millions disappeared into accounts in Cyprus. More vanished into Lithuania, Hungary, and Slovakia. He was playing a massive game of digital 3-card Monte, washing the money through different jurisdictions to make it untraceable. Think about the absurdity of this situation. Google and Facebook employ the smartest software engineers on the planet. They build artificial intelligence. They track global data. They know what you had for breakfast. Yet, their multi-million-dollar accounting departments were being completely outsmarted by a guy with a fake rubber stamp and a basic understanding of Microsoft Word. Internal audits failed. Financial safety checks failed. Managerial oversight failed. He was a ghost in the machine, living the ultimate criminal dream. But history teaches us one undeniable rule about massive scams. The house always wins, because greed always makes you sloppy. Evaldas had built a perfect, invisible money machine. But he forgot one crucial detail. Humans are unpredictable. He wasn't caught by a multi-million-dollar AI scanning for anomalies. He wasn't taken down by a team of elite cyber detectives working in a dark room. He was caught by a random, underpaid compliance officer at an intermediate bank in New York. Let's slow down and look at exactly how the empire fell. It's a regular Tuesday. A bank employee is reviewing a massive mountain of international wire transfers. Suddenly, a specific transaction catches their eye. They stare at the screen. They see the name Quanta Computer, one of the biggest Asian hardware manufacturers in the world. But the destination of the money? A sketchy, newly opened bank account in Cyprus. They ask a very simple, logical question. Why is an Asian tech giant asking for tens of millions of dollars to be wired to a tiny island in the Mediterranean? It made absolutely zero sense. The bank immediately froze the transfer. They picked up the phone and called the corporate headquarters of the tech giants directly. Imagine the sheer, absolute panic of that phone call. Hello, did your accounting department just authorize a massive payment to Cyprus? No, we sent it to our regular supplier in Asia. Why? Well, I have terrible news for you. That is not your supplier.
Team, our projections are excellent.
The illusion shattered in a millisecond. Absolute chaos set in across Silicon Valley. Executives were sweating. Billion-dollar companies realized they had been handing over suitcases of cash to a ghost for 2 entire years. They were terrified of the public embarrassment. Imagine the stock market reaction if the headlines read, "Tech geniuses robbed by fake Word documents." They quietly, desperately contacted the FBI and the Department of Justice. The feds immediately went to work. They unraveled the fake stamps, the forged signatures, the spoofed emails. They followed the digital breadcrumbs right through the money laundering labyrinth, past Cyprus, past Hungary, straight back to a specific IP address in Lithuania. In March 2017, European authorities, working with the FBI, kicked down the door of a completely ordinary, messy apartment in Vilnius. There was no criminal mastermind in a high-tech secret lair. There were no laser grids. Just Evaldas, sitting in his sweatpants, surrounded by a mountain of forged paperwork. The easiest, most embarrassing heist in human history was officially over. The aftermath of this scam is almost as crazy as the scam itself. Evaldas was extradited to the United States. He stood in a federal courtroom in New York, facing an absolute mountain of evidence. He had no choice. He pled guilty to wire fraud, aggravated identity theft, and money laundering. The judge slammed the gavel, sentencing him to 5 years in federal prison. Now, you might be thinking, well, Google and Facebook are rich. They just called the banks and got all the money back. Right? Not exactly. While the authorities managed to freeze and recover a large portion of the stolen funds from the various European accounts, roughly $20 to $30 million was simply gone. Vanished. Washed away into the untraceable black hole of the global financial system. Evaldas might be sitting in a jail cell, but somewhere out there, $30 million of Silicon Valley's money is still missing. And the public embarrassment for those companies? That is permanent. They will forever be the tech titans who were outsmarted by a fake rubber stamp. This insane story proves one terrifying, undeniable fact about the modern digital world. You can spend billions of dollars building the most advanced cybersecurity firewalls on the planet. You can hire the brightest programmers from MIT, use unbreakable encryption, and deploy cutting-edge artificial intelligence to guard your servers. But you can never, ever patch human stupidity. In the cybersecurity world, This is called social engineering. The weakest link in any multi-billion-dollar corporation isn't the software, and it isn't the code. It's the tired, overworked accountant who blindly approves a sketchy email on a Friday afternoon because they just want to go home. And this brings me to a very controversial question for you. I really want you to think about this. Evaldas didn't hack any servers. He didn't use a weapon. He didn't break any encryptions. He literally just sent an invoice, and the companies willingly, legally decided to pay it. So, who is really more to blame here? The cunning guy who had the audacity to ask for the money? Or the billion-dollar tech giants that were careless and lazy enough to hand it over without checking a single detail? Should those accountants have been fired? Let's debate this in the comments section right now. I will be reading and replying to the best arguments. If you love deep dives into history's craziest scams, unsolved mysteries, and massive financial blunders, you need to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next crazy true crime story. Keep your eyes open, trust absolutely no one, and I will see you in the next simulation.